Hello again and welcome to another figure review. This time around we're going to deal with about 4 characters, so we're going to skip on. This will be the last part of the astromech review for the time being, obviously until I get some more astromechs. First up we're going to deal with the most famous of all the R5 droids. This is R5D4. Here he is. This is a Saga 06 version. Fantastic sculpt compared to the abomination that is this particular character. This is R5D4, the god-awful missile-firing droid. As you can see, had the split head and guns, for God's sake, in an astromech. Hinged at the shoulder. This droid was just, well, so many people apparently chopped this up for customization. It's unbelievable. I've just kept mine original because it's unusual and awful, and well, anyway, there's enough of that. Let's get on to the better one. Here it is. Absolutely superb it is. Middle leg just pulls out like some of these droids did. Wheeled on the bottom, so it trundled along quite nicely. Hinged at the shoulder and at the ankle. You turn the head and the motivator pops up. Pull out aerial on the top. Absolutely superb, brilliant figure, much better than any R5D4 we've ever seen. What can I say? R5D4, right, as we know, it blows its motivator when it's at the Lars farmstead. Right, there are several theories to this. First one is that his motivator blew, and it was a coincidence. The other theory is that R2 sabotaged him, so his motivator blew, so him and C-3PO wouldn't be separated. The other theory is that he transmitted the details of what his mission was to R5D4, and R5D4 purposely blew his motivator so that they would choose the R2 astromech instead. He goes on and is repaired. I have heard something about the R5D4 ended up in Tatooine, something to do with the Hammerhead project, which was the super laser for the Death Star project, and he was on the ship that crashed onto Tatooine with him, and he was stranded on Tatooine because of that. That's one theory. Also, apparently he becomes known as Skippy the Red Droid, and the other one is that R5D4 apparently becomes Force sensitive. So there are quite numerous theories to do with R5D4. Anyway, on to the next one. The next one is one of my customizations. This is a droid you will find in the encyclopedia. He's also has a card done by him for Decipher for the Star Wars collectible card game. He is R5M2. He's basically R5D4. I bought about 5 of these R5D4s and customized them. This is R5M2. He is Sean Valdez's droid, a pilot on Hoth. Nobody knows whether he made it off of Hoth. I coloured the eyes in red, green and blue because on the official ones you actually look. There's no coloration on the eye, but if you look at the drawings, they are coloured. He is black panelled, black head, chrome inserts. Removed the aerial, done the chrome inserts for the sensor pods on the head. Black and silver panelling. And black leg inserts. Needs a little bit of touching up, but quite pleased with him. Very chrome collar, chrome inserts for the head. As I said, nobody knows if he made it off of Hoth, but he was Sean Valdez's droid. He actually is on film, and you'll see a picture of him in the Star Wars Encyclopedia. Right, last but not least, we're going to start. Oh no, not last. Sorry, second from last, the penultimate droid. This is, I've had to take a reasonable guess with the coloration because there is no pictures of this droid. He is a staple in the X-Wing series of books. He is R5G8, or Gate for short. All I know is that the head has a red collar and it's plain red. Same deal, done all the coloration for the head. They kept in plain white, it's got red inserts. This is an R5 D4 droid with red where he was blue in places, red inserts in the legs. Same deal, he's all hinged, head turns and the motivator pops out, but I tend not to do that because obviously it gives it away. Very pleased with the way this droid comes out. Done the eye coloration as well. That is R5G8. This is Wedge Antilles' droid. Originally designated as a Minoc because apparently he had a tendency to scream when under fire. And Wedge had his memory wiped because he was sick and tired of him screaming while he was under fire. Has a tendency to be quite sarcastic and went through a mission with Whistler at one point. So that's R5G8, or Gate as he's known. And last but not least, this is an Imperial droid. This is R5J2. He's actually a proper Imperial droid. He's not a custom. Has a centre leg as well, black centre leg. He's hinged at the shoulder and the ankle, like all the droids. You can tell he's an R5 repaint because he's got a motivator that comes out. I think they could have just put a plain R5 head on him. He's just black with a tan and silver trim. It's quite nice. I like the black astromechs. Seen on the Death Star, apparently, on the Death Star 2. But there you go. That's R5J2. Anyway, that's the end of the saga of the astromechs at the moment. Obviously, we assume that if he was on the Death Star 2, he was blown up with the Death Star 2. Until my next video, take care, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.